Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss Hey Beautiful, Anatomy of a Romance Scam. So this is a three-part docuseries on Hulu about different women who were contacted under different situations, different scenarios, like just completely different, in different ways, different avenues of being contacted. But they were all contacted by a guy who quickly charmed them, won them over, developing a friendship, developing into a relationship, even though they hadn't met in person. Pretty soon, the guy starts to ask, like, he's starting to need some help for a business. He's a rich guy, but he's running into some problems overseas. And the women end up sending hundreds, thousands, sometimes over $1 million to help out. And slowly they start to realize that things aren't what they seem with this guy. And as it turns out, they've all been contacted by someone using the same picture. And this docuseries kind of opens up into this larger world of a huge amount of people are using this guy's pictures to catfish women all over the world. And it's into like millions and millions of dollars being stolen from people. And this docuseries takes a look at, like I said, specifically three of the women who fell victim to this scam. And it also takes a really deep dive into the guy whose pictures were used. What happens? How did he find out? What happens once he found out? How was he like pushed back or battled back? So it really does show him as being the victim that he is, because his picture is associated with so many bad things online, like in all these groups of watch out for scammers, and it's like his picture in all these groups. I thought it was a really wild story, surreal, honestly. Just the scope and the magnitude of the scams going on with this, and that they all use the same guy's picture, and that it just keeps working and working. It's pretty impressive. It looks at like social media platforms and their unwillingness to battle these kind of terms of service violations while targeting regular people for all kinds of minor infractions, but letting these scammers pretty much run free. I thought this was a great docuseries, really interesting, an interesting story that was really well told. I love the fact that we got to hear from the women and their perspectives, and these are deeply personal stories, and they were incredibly honest and open in this. And hearing from the guy whose pictures were used, I mean, he's a colorful guy too, but just a really well-made, interesting, engaging docuseries that got out all the pertinent facts. And and at the end of the day, although it's a sad story, it was a well-made, entertaining docuseries that I definitely recommend if you're into true crime or documentaries. But that's my review for Hey Beautiful, Anatomy of a romance scam. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and if you want to see more, I've got a movie review playlist right here on YouTube with a ton more reviews. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.